Welcome to a journey into India's past, where we explore the historical significance of the Red Fort. This majestic fortification, nestled in the heart of Delhi, is not just an architectural marvel, but a symbol of India's rich heritage. The Red Fort has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, a testament to its global cultural value. Notably, the Red Fort is a symbol of India's struggle for freedom. For over 2 centuries, it has borne witness to the transformation of a nation, from colonial rule to a sovereign republic. The Red Fort complex was built as the palace fort of Shah Jahanabad, the new capital of the 5th Mughal Emperor of India, Shah Jahan. Named for its massive enclosing walls of red sandstone, it is adjacent to an older fort, the Salimgarh, built by Islam Shah Suri in 1546, with which it forms the Red Fort complex. The Red Fort is considered to represent the zenith of Mughal creativity, which under the Shah Jahan was brought to a new level of refinement. The planning of the palace is based on Islamic prototypes, but each pavilion reveals architectural elements typical of Mughal building, reflecting a fusion of Persian, Timurid, and Hindu traditions. The Red Fort's innovative planning and architectural style, including the garden design, strongly influenced later buildings and gardens in Rajasthan, Delhi, Agra, and further afield. The story of the Red Fort takes us back to the 17th century, during the zenith of the Mughal Empire. Commissioned by Emperor Shah Jahan in 1638, the Red Fort was built not merely as a fortress, but as the new capital of his empire, shifting the Mughal power base from Agra to Delhi. Construction of the fort began in the sacred Islamic month of Muharram on the 13th of May 1638. Supervised by Shah Jahan, it was completed on the 6th of April 1648. The fortress palace was a focal point of the city of Shah Jahanabad, which is present-day Old Delhi. Shah Jahan's successor, Aurangzeb, added the Moti Masjid, Pearl Mosque, to the emperor's private quarters, constructing barbicans in front of the 2 main gates to make the entrance to the palace more circuitous. The administrative and fiscal structure of the Mughal dynasty declined after Aurangzeb, and the 18th century saw a degeneration of the palace. In 1712, Jalandhar Shah became the Mughal emperor. Within a year of beginning his rule, Shah was murdered and replaced by Farrukhsiyar. In 1739, Persian Emperor Nadir Shah easily defeated the strong Mughal army of around 200,000 soldiers, plundering the Red Fort, including the Peacock Throne. The internal weakness of the Mughal Empire made the Mughals only puppet rulers of Delhi in the hands of the wealthy and powerful nobles or landlords, and a 1752 treaty made the Marathas protectors of the throne at Delhi. In 1760, the Marathas removed and melted the silver ceiling of the Diwani Khas to raise funds for the defense of Delhi from the armies of Ahmed Shah Durrani. In 1761, after the Marathas lost the Third Battle of Panipat, Delhi was raided by Ahmed Shah Durrani. In 1764, the Jat ruler of Bharatpur, Maharaja Jawahar Singh, the son of Maharaja Suraj Mal, attacked Delhi and captured the Red Fort of Delhi on the 5th of February 1765.24, 2 days later. After taking tribute from the Mughals, removed their armies from the fort, and the Jats took away the throne of the Mughals, called the pride of the Mughals and the doors of the Red Fort as a memorial. And this throne is today enhancing the beauty of the palaces of Deeg in Rajasthan. In 1783, Sikh missiles led by Jassa Singh Ahluwalia, Jassa Singh Ramgarhia, and Bagal Singh Dhaliwal conquered Delhi and the Red Fort. All allied with a 40,000 force, looted the area from Awadh to Jodhpur. After negotiations, the Sikhs' forces agreed to leave Delhi and reinstate the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. The condition of their retreat included the construction of 7 Sikh Gurdwaras in Delhi, including the Gurudwara Sisganj in Chandni Chowk. In 1788, a Maratha garrison occupied the Red Fort and Delhi alongside providing protection to the Mughal Emperor. Mahaji Sindhia signed a treaty with the Sikhs where they were warned not to enter Delhi or ask for the Rakhi tribute. The fort came under the control of the East India Company following the Second Anglo-Maratha War in 1803. During the Second Anglo-Maratha War, forces of the East India Company defeated Maratha forces of Daulat Rao Scindia in the Battle of Delhi. This ended Maratha control over the city and their control of the Red Fort. 28. After the battle, the British East India Company took over the administration of Mughal territories and installed a resident at the Red Fort. Despite its position as the seat of Mughal power and its defensive capabilities, the Red Fort was not a site of an engagement during the 1857 uprising against the British. After the rebellion was defeated, Bahadur Shah II left the fort on the 17th of September and was apprehended by British forces. Bahadur Shah Zafar II returned to Red Fort as a British prisoner, was tried in 1858 and exiled to Rangoon on the 7th of October of that year. After the end of the rebellion, the British sacked the Red Fort before ordering its systemic demolition. 80% of the fort's buildings were demolished as a result of this effort, including the stone screen that connected the pavilions along the fort's river-facing facade, which was demolished. All furniture was removed or destroyed, the harem apartments, servants' quarters and gardens were demolished, and a line of stone barracks built in their place. Prior to the war with the Marathas, Sikhs and British, the fort was plundered of its artwork and jewels during Nader Shah's invasion of the Mughal Empire in 1739. On the 15th of August 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the Indian flag above the Lahori Gate. Every year on India's Independence Day, 15th of August, the Prime Minister hoists the Indian tricolour flag at the fort's main gate and delivers a nationally broadcast speech from its ramparts through the public address system of Indian Army Corps of Signals. The name Red Fort is a translation of the Hindustani Lal Kila, derived from the fort's red sandstone walls. As the residence of the imperial family, the fort was originally known as the Blessed Fort or Qila-e-Mubarak. As the sun sets, the fort comes alive with a mesmerizing sound and light show. This spectacle narrates the fort's history, transporting spectators back to the time of emperors and battles, of grandeur and decline. The Red Fort, the largest monument in Delhi, is one of its most popular tourist destinations and attracts thousands of visitors every year. The fort also appears on the back of the Rs 500 note of the Mahatma Gandhi new series of the Indian rupee. In this brief journey, we have traversed centuries of Indian history as encapsulated within the walls of the Red Fort. We've explored its historical significance, delved into its early history, and traced its role during British rule and the dawn of independence. The tea house, although not in its historical state, is a working restaurant. The mosque and hammam or public baths are closed to the public, although visitors can peer through their glass windows or marble lattice work. Walkways are crumbling and public toilets are available at the entrance and inside the park. The Lahori Gate entrance leads to a mall with jewelry and craft stores. The Red Fort was the site of a terrorist attack on the 22nd of December 2000 carried out by 6 Lashkar-e-Taiba members. 2 soldiers and a civilian were killed in what the news media described as an attempt to derail India-Pakistan peace talks. In conclusion, the Red Fort still stands tall and proud today. It is one of India's most historic forts and is a venue for flag hoisting on Independence Day in India.